Teams are releasing their list for the Euros 2024 Mondial. We hear the French team have released theirs. The German national team as well has also made sure that the team list has been released. But in England, we hear that Marcus Rashford, the Manchester United forward, have been left out of Gary Southgate's team to prosecute the Three Lions games in the Euros. Officially, I can tell you that FIFA, that is the Federation of International Football Association, FIFA, is just it's all about celebration, though mixed with lots of feelings, good, bad, ugly. But we can tell you that it is a 120 years of immaculate football cuts all across the globe, from the entire continent to amazing cities of the world, deep down the villages of some of the coastal towns in West Africa. And I can tell you that come at the North-South America, it's football and nothing short but football, the king of sports, cuts across the entire globe. We want to say congratulations to FIFA as they mark 120 years of non-stop, untouchable, flawless football mondial. Right there at the Samson Siasia Stadium, right there in Bayelsa. It is the Super Caesar, though today's rest day, but actions resume tomorrow. But I can tell you for a fact that coaches of this team are talking tough. Others are saying that, look, it is our time to win. Others are taking it one step at a time. We got stories from the Nigerian Federation, the President Federation Cup, as the coach of Abia Warriors joins us on the show. And of course, bringing news from other parts of sports. As long as sport is concerned, we've got you covered. We also be taking you to the outermost parts of the world, from England, Turkey, and of course from Greece, where the captain of the Super Eagles is still celebrating his first major league title. Welcome to Spotland, that comes your ways every Mondays to Fridays at exactly 4 p.m. The sport crew of Voice of the People 96.1 FM takes you on a roller coaster ride to give you the best of sporting entertainment. My name is Franklin Imona, the one you love to call Uncle Fine Boy, the sport chef, and together I am with
the sport bishop, the magistrate, the pilot, the prophet, the professor, non-Sua Rinzechi. It promises to be exciting, pulsating, interactive, fun-filled, and I tell you, after this 1 hour, you'll be sportically packed. So sit back, relax. I tell you, everything from the local scene, like I did tell you, to the foreign scene, we've got you covered from A to Z.
Absolutely. And just so you know, we are currently streaming live on our YouTube handle. We will not forget to let you know that. Quickly run to your YouTube handle, look for the address Voice of the People 96.1 Abuja, and that is VOP 961 Abuja. Don't look for any other city, look for Abuja and look for VOP, and it will take you to our page. And when you get there, do it to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be christened into the sports family.
Also, you can also listen to us anywhere in the world, whether you're in Asaba, Adamawa, Yola,
Sambisa Forest.
Absolutely, you're in Yugoslavia, you are in Uzbekistan, Afghanistan. Just go to your Radio Guardian app, look for Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Voila! We'll be live in your speakers.
And talking about being live on your speakers, let's take you to the local scene. And we begin from the oldest competition in Nigeria, talking about the Federation Cup. Cup.
I thought you almost said in the world. That's the bragging right of the English FA Cup.
Let's go to one team that have been very, very vociferous in their quest to winning the Federation Cup, and that's Abia Warriors. Their striker, Sunday Megwo, believes that the team is prepared for the round of 32 fixtures of the President Federation Cup against FCT-based Sporting Supreme. It seems these people, they are talking tough. The other time it was their coach Rehad, and today we have their captain Sunday Migwo live with us on the studio. Let's hear what he has to tell us concerning the game that will be coming down against a whole FCT-based side, Sporting Supreme. He doesn't know what's coming.
A very good evening to you, Sunday Migwo. Good evening, sir. Abia Warriors in good run of form at the moment, and on Wednesday they'll be playing against Sporting Supreme in an FA Cup President Federation Cup tie. What's the mood like in the Abia Warriors team?
I will say we are prepared because after our match against Rivers, we've been training, no rest at all. Even we had to train on Sunday. Now we came here today, we still train. So I will say we are prepared for the match.
You talked about rest. Does it mean that the team has not have enough rest?
You know, once you're fighting for something, I don't think there is rest. You have to push more so that you achieve your aims. So that's what we are doing. And I believe by the end of next tomorrow, we'll smile home back.
So you are confident that you're going to get the job done?
Very, very confident.
Thank you very much for your time.
Welcome.
Confidence is in the air for Abia Warriors as well as the strikers on the Mego Sport Bishop. This is when you're smiling. Tell us what I do.
When you play against a team as beautiful as Sporting Supreme in the FCT, you know, for me, I support it, any team in the FCT.
True.
Whether it is male, female, I give, so far I'm based in Abuja, I give them my full 100% support.
Absolutely.
So, Supreme are not in the MPFL, so Abia Warriors have got an advantage. I quite agree. But Abia Warriors have been playing lots of games in recent times. Supreme have just been having fun with the. Don't forget they didn't qualify for the Super 8, so they are they are going to be playing the FA Cup, and they are well rested. You know, I was with the coach of the team and it was quite boisterous, feeling like, oh, that he's got what it takes. It's an FA Cup, after all, it's a cup tie. You don't have to be the best. All you need to do is
absolutely
win on that day. And that's why I love competition. It's a competition of
it's a knockout thing.
Exactly, upset, knockout. But the guy is quite confident, and I love it. He said, you know, when they asked him, are you quite trusted? He was like, you don't know whether the team is. The Supreme team will keep them to rest.
All right.
Hopefully, by the time that game is done and dusted, we'll find out the teams that make it to round of 32 in the President Federation Cup. Quite long, you know that.
Now, looking at how these two teams are fared in the round of 64, it was a Sporting Supreme who defeated PCM FC of Ebonyi by 3-0, while Abia Warriors defeated Ilaje FC of Oyo State by 4-2. So you can see that when it comes to being defensive, the team from the FCT, they are very good defensively, knocking out PCM FC of Ebonyi by 3-0, while Abia Warriors considered 2 goals against Ilaje.
And the truth is this, I think we need to point it out this way. The quality of the opponent matters. You know, you ask yourself, look at the quality of the team they played from, is it Ibadan, I'm not mistaken? Oyo State. It's Ibadan, come on. But
Oyo State, but Ibadan is the capital, absolutely.
So I think we need to be realistic. I don't want to say they are well defensively solid because the position is far, far lesser than we're expecting them to get past that team and get past them with ease. Now they're playing a team in the MPFL who are playing against the top teams, teams like Rivers United who are playing the continent. It's now the defense will be tested. And that is where we see whether they are solid. But my hope is that it's a cup game. And I love cup games because there's no respect of the big team.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen. And if the Supreme team come out to play their best game, don't forget it's a neutral turf, they can end up winning the encounter.
True. They can end up winning the encounter, but I can tell you for a fact that every resident of Abuja will be gunning for Sporting Supreme to do the city proud.
So let's give you all the fixtures of the games that will be coming up tomorrow in the Federations Cup. You have Bendel Insurance taking on Wiki Tourists at the Area 3 Stadium, so find your way there by 4 p.m. Also, we got a team from FCT. Talking about EFCC, they will take on LLFC of Anambra in Ilorin. That game also is for 4 p.m. On the 23rd, it is ABS FC vs Kebe United at the Abuja Go Project, 4 p.m. Aqua United will take on Zamfara United Feeders. I don't know Feeders. In Abuja, Buhari, 4 p.m. Gombe United will take on El Kanemi Warriors in Kaduna. That is tomorrow, 4 p.m. Lobby Stars will take on Shooting Stars in Oka tomorrow, 4 p.m. Ikorodu City of Lagos will take on Coast City of Enugu in Benin City on the 23rd, 4 p.m. Hamola International of Oshun will take on Inter Lagos in Ibadan, 4 p.m. tomorrow. Warriors of Delta State will take on Kwara United in Enugu. That game is for tomorrow, 4 p.m. Abia Warriors will take on Sporting Supreme. That game we just talked about in Benin City, in front of Frank's backyard. The 22nd, that is tomorrow. That game for 4 p.m. Nasarawa United will take on Sokoto United in Kano for 4 p.m. tomorrow. FC1 Rocket of Akwa Ibom will take on Eyimba in Yenogwa tomorrow, 4 p.m. Plateau United will take on Sunshine Stars in Abuja Go Project tomorrow, 4 p.m. Rivers United will take on Niger Tornadoes, hoping they can continue from their win they got last time out in midweek against Niger Tornadoes in Awuchi, those states again in his backyard. 4 p.m. And of course, Katsina United vs Bayelsa United in Abuja Buhari tomorrow, 4 p.m. Don't forget, there's a game that will take place in Bauchi between Doma United and of course Kano Pillars for 4 p.m. tomorrow. But the big game I'm looking out for is the game between Abia Warriors and Sporting Supreme and EFCC taking on LLFC of Anambra in Ilori. I'm quite, in between this one. LLFC is from my place of origin. My state of origin is Anambra. But then FCT, EFCC is also from Abuja. So I'll stand the first on that one.
Your loyalty is divided now. All right, so let's still stick with club football, sports Bishop, shall we? But this time, let's talk women football. As one coach has come out to give assurance to the River State FA, as well as fans of the state, that look, they are set for one thing, and it is one thing only, and not to kill the expectation of the good peoples of Rivers State. Talking about the head coach of Rivers Angel, White Ogbonda, following that impressive 2-1 win over my own Edo Queens. No one expected them to actually go all out to get that winner, following their unimpressive first game, to which they drew against the Bayelsa United, Bayelsa Queens, I beg your pardon. And then the second game, they defeated a team that won Confluence Queen by 5-1, and they got that impressive 2-1 win, and it was followed by some cash motivation. But the coach is saying, look, it's not all about the cash, it is all about we setting sight on that trophy.
It's all about the cash. The cash.
So it's not being truthful.
Why to wonder? Come on, talk to us. When they grease your palm with 2 million naira, you got a draw against Bayelsa, and then you then got a win again, and the man gives you. And they are talking about Barrister Chris Green, the commissioner of sport in River State, giving you that 2 million, making me 4 million naira to have it. It's like the largest. What if they win again and they win the competition and they make another 10 million naira? Come on. He
will say it's the team spirit. The team was motivated to win. It's not about the cash, but it's all about motivation.
But you know that Rivers are one of the household names when it comes to Nigerian women football.
Absolutely.
They've been there or thereabout. They're some of the best players that have played for the Flamingos.
True.
They're on a 20 national team, and of course the Super Falcons have all been at some point played for Rivers United. They are the outside favorite to win this one. I don't think they've missed any Super Six in its inception. They've always found a way to be in the title.
At least the top 2 teams that will qualify.
They're also the first team to qualify for the CAF Women's Champions League from Nigeria as well. So I'm really happy with them. They to me, that win against Edo Queens is like a statement. Though I love the fact that the coach of Edo Queens, Adigu, I was saying that, come on, you cannot start talking about who's going to win the title now. Even the coach of Bayelsa Queens, talking about Dremo or Caro. He said it's just match day 2. There are 3 more games. By game 4, you begin to know who's going to be the champion of the NWF. But I'm really happy that the man is talking about the team spirit, the girls. See, no matter how you want to say, the win against Edo Queens is emphatic. A team who are flying on confidence, scoring goals, reckless abandon. I get to get them 2 quick goals in the first half and manage to scale through, get a victory. It's very, very impressive.
Though Edo Queens actually put 1 goal back, but it was not enough for them to grind the result to make it 2-2. So it ended 2-1 in the first half in favor of Rivers United. Other games that went down in match day 2 saw Bayelsa Queens defeating Nasarawa Amazon by a lone goal, while Atlant Queens fell to Confluence Queens by 2-0.
Beautiful goal there from, of course, A beautiful goal from Faromi or Duntade after a merit of forward, giving them the lead in that encounter. Both goals came in the second half. He told you, I wanted to ask, what did the coach tell the girls from Conference in the second half? You lost 5-1. Don't let this go.
Are you going to lose again?
And they found out this. See, we spoke with someone live from Yenagua yesterday, and all she keeps saying that is fireworks. The football is getting better. We heard from the coach of the Edo Queens, the coach of Bayelsa. They keep saying that football
is evolving.
It's improving. And if you're not been following the women football for some time right now, you need to catch that women football fever.
Absolutely.
Kudos have to go again. I don't know how.
Just keep listening to us. We will give you everything you need.
You have to catch that fever because Nkechi Obi, the chairperson of the NWFL, kept saying women rights. When she came, we're like, oh, women rights. We've heard this story over and over again. But it looked like since she came in, the women football in Nigeria have not put a foot wrong. For every competition they have qualified, the league has improved. Look at I was surprised to hear that almost 50 to 100 journalists are live there in Bayelsa trying to cover the game because of the importance. Some of the girls had to even leave immediately after the Flamingos had played against Burkina Faso to travel straight to be part of to ensure that the team gets the title and get a place in the continent. So the football is improving, and Kudos have to go to the chairperson of the Women Football League for doing all she can to ensure that the football in women football in Nigeria gets where it's getting to.
Absolutely. Action resumes Wednesday, May 22nd, 2014, as Nasarawa Amazon will play host to Rivers Angels, even though they are all in Bielsa. Conference Queens will take on Bielsa Queens, and Heartland Queens, the whipping ladies, will take on my own Edo Queens.
I'm a big friend of the coach of Heartland Queens, Obi Ogbala. I love the fact that he's humble in defeat, and the fact that he always reminding everybody who wants to hear, right, this is our first time in the NWSL Super 6.
For whatever happens, don't see us like the Arsenal eyes.
After all, they talked to their group. Who would have thought they would have talked to a group that has the likes of Nigeria Tales as one of the top guys? So for me, kudos to him. I just want. I think what he should be doing right now is one game at a time. You've lost the 4-2 game. There are 3 more finals to play. You may not win the title, but you can decide who wins the title.
Who wins the title? Absolutely.
Playing for the fans, playing for the coach. I'm going to prepare for next season because, like I said, I think they're just paying their dues, and they will learn from this experience.
Absolutely. And talking about learning from this experience, one state have learned so much. No wonder they keep getting the hosting rights to host the biggest sporting mundial in the country. Talking about Delta State. Congratulations to the executive governor of Delta State, His Excellency, should I say Chief or Honorable or Governor or beautiful Sport Bishop. It's been amazing. Delta State, finally, it has been decided and concluded they will be the host state for the National Youth Game NYG. They are the defending champions and they look to want to defend it in good mood, because if you look at Team Delta, they have been absolutely amazing in the last 4 editions.
They hosted the National Sports Festival and they hosted to win. They're defending champion at the Youth League. I think they will host to win. They've got a sporting architecture. See, it's about a state naturally that loves sports. Other states will build stadiums and say, no, this stadium is for important games like the one in Abuja. But the stadium is open to athletes to access. They want every day they are looking at a way to churn out, to improve and get new talent.
Absolutely.
The home of wrestling is in Bayelsa, although the home of athletics is in Delta State.
It's in Delta State.
So they understand the making of champions. That's what I call it. So I'm really happy that they've got the right again to host this one. They have an outstanding stadium in the Samson. The Stephen Keshi Stadium. We hear it's undergoing some renovation right now. We're going to get it up to speed, up to a world-class standard.
Top notch.
And we had over 5,000 athletes.
Not just only the field, also the games village to which these athletes will be camping is under massive renovation.
We have some of the hostels of the students in secondary schools will be used as places for them. I just hope it will not be as bad as what we saw the last time out, where students
they are currently working on it.
They want to give you a youth games of the year that would not only compete with the national sports festival, but in the best in Africa. And
absolutely.
I could also have to go to the Minister of Youth and Sports, Senator John Owen Eno, for this initiative The aim is to draw out new talents that can be harnessed to become world beaters in future. I just hope this aim is not defeated. I'm happy that it's now a yearly project, and hopefully it keeps going on and on, even after John Owen Eno leaves office.
Absolutely. Delta State has finally stolen spots from Lagos, and they can beat their chest that they have also stolen spots from Rivers State, because Rivers State happens to be one of the hottest states when it comes to hosting, churning out athletes, both in football, both in athletics, as well as judo, you name it. But Delta State seems to be the home of amazing talent.
Okay, the games will be from the 10th to the 20th of September. And guys, it's going to be the 8th edition. Hopefully, we see the best of the best happening in Delta State.
Absolutely. Just when I tend to mention Lagos, boom! Lagos came up with the hosting of the WTT Cup. It's the second, for the second consecutive year. The World Table Tennis contender will take place in Lagos, with Nigeria international Aruna Kodri headlining the players that will participate in the competition. Now, according to the statement from the organizers, Kodri is slated to make his first contender series appearance on home soil next month in Lagos. Now, there is another notable Nigerian player in the men's single, though ranked in the world number 96, Omotayo Olajide, who has also secured a place in the Paris Olympics. We hear that it will also be part of the team. In the female category, Idem Efyong is there, Fatima Bello, Hope Udoka is also there, and Ajoke Ojumo are top Nigerian stars in the category. Sport Bishop, look at the prize money. $80,000 that has been placed on the tournament.
Absolutely exceptional. See, I know the last time we hosted the tennis competition, not table tennis, and I was like, when we saw the prize, I said, come on, guys. You want to attract the best tennis players in the world, and you put a prize money of that magnitude. What do you expect?
Converting that money to naira, how much do you think we have?
Absolutely.
We have 118,160,000 naira.
Athletes, in short, sportsmen is new oil money. But
ritual money.
But anyway, guys, kudos have to go to the organizers, the WTT in Lagos, for bringing the World Table Tennis contender back here to Lagos for the second edition. They started last year, and the fact that it's bigger and better gives it that feeling. We have not more than 28 Nigerian athletes who participate in that competition that will be held in Lagos. And good news, we're having the second African best player, Aruna Kodri. We're having Omotayo Olajide, world number 96, who has qualified for the Olympics. FM Offiong Gospel has qualified for the Olympics, she'll be playing. And look at the stars. These are players who play in top leagues in Europe, and they'll be here to play in the WTT. So giving it that, that exclusive followership that it needs. So I'm happy that the top players are playing. For me, I see it as a build-up to the Paris Olympics that will begin later this year.
Absolutely.
$80,000 is huge, man. I would love to play table tennis. What am I doing here?
You keep saying $80,000. Say it in naira. Come on, we're spending naira.
I would love to play tennis. What do you think about it?
Well, it depends.
All I need is a coach.
Which of the category do you want to play? The junior category or the senior category?
Junior category.
Start from somewhere. I like that. Take Noko for the junior category. All right, let's just talk about Nigerians that have done so well in the season ending. Not just the men, also the women are doing so well. From the likes of Wilfred Victor Boniface to the likes of Wilfred Ndidi. You name them. Our captain Williams Trust Ekong. You can
Victor Boniface Oko.
You can go
I
on.
Say gift Oban, but I would shift to Victor Osimhen. We've got players.
Victor Osimhen.
Yes, he had a great game. Over 20 goals. He's not Napoli now.
I mean trophies. I'm talking about trophies. But then there is these Super Falcons player who have done so well, and she has promised not to rest her oars on these. According to her maiden achievement, she wants to get more. No other person but midfielder Christy Uchebe. She's focused on getting more laurels with the club to which she played for. And what's the club? Benfica Feminino.
Yeah, exactly. She's won the 4th consecutive Benfica league. But I mean, to me, the biggest one is that she won the quadruple. That's the height. She won the cup, she won the league, she won The only thing she not win is the Women's Champions League.
Oh wow!
Because right now,
It's a gradual process.
Lyon and Barcelona is playing that one. But for every game, the tournament trophy she went out, I think she's one of our best players. Don't forget. Let me take you back a bit. I like to
Please do.
to go back to history. Remember when we had defensive issues when Ashley Pumphrey and Tosi Demey couldn't play at the Olympic qualifier
Against South Africa?
Guess who stepped in?
Uchebe.
She stood in, played it as a centre back, had a cracking game in Abuja, had a beautiful game as well in South Africa, and voila, Nigeria being in the Olympics for the first time in 16 years. I think for the Super Eagles, she has not put a foot wrong. She emerged from the scene. For the Super Falcons, I beg your pardon. She emerged from the scene at the WAFCON in Morocco. I don't think she has looked back.
She hasn't. She hasn't looked back. Any back she's looking is to be a better Christy moving forward.
Absolutely.
And then we look at some of the biggest news that are going down in the local scene. Indeed, we did told you that the team talking about Rivers Hoopers will be in action against AS Douanes of Senegal in the
Basketball Africa League.
Absolutely. And we hear that game will be kicking off soonest.
Yeah.
Soonest, but then the coach is confident that the players will get the job done despite playing a team that they have played before. They won one
and they lost one, but they lost when they had already qualified, so it doesn't matter. The big thing is that they won when it matters the most. For me, I think did you see the way they arrived Kigali, Rwanda yesterday?
It was beautiful. It
I
was
want
colorful.
to be a basketballer. You said it's suit.
Sport Bishop, choose one. From football to tennis to
anything.
basketball.
You could be whatever
Soon
you
want to be a Ludo champion.
You can be whatever you want to be.
Motivational speaker.
Absolutely. So, come on. See, you won't believe this is a team that plays here now. I don't like to use local, domestic basketball league. The ambience, the swagger, the way they were treated. This is what we want to see for our sport. Sport is beyond. There has to be the razzmatazz. It's beyond food. It's beyond just playing a game of basketball.
True.
It's to bring the business end. Get the popularity. The social media should be a gov. Media should be part of it. Give these guys what we call the world-class treatment, world-star treatment. That's why most of the players in South Africa don't want to leave the PSL.
Absolutely.
Because you see them as superstars. When the way players who come from Europe come and pass, they'll be like, oh, the same way that the player play for cheaper United will be like, oh, that's him. And they want to take selfies because they have made the league, they've created a place in the league where the league is hallowed. And that is what we should be looking at. So I think good one for the Western United. I'm super confident what I saw at the Sahara conference that they can go all the way in Kigali and go as far as the final. I think they've got the manpower, they've got the right coaching tools, and they've got the right players. And I think the sky is a stepping stone for them. I think they'll get past AS Douanes. My problem is when they face Petro de Luanda or US Monastir. If it's US Monastir, they've beaten them before. I'm quite confident. But Petro de Luanda, they see basketball as a religion, the way we see football as a religion in Nigeria, and they can be very, 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 very disastrous.
It is one step at a time. Yeah. Let's go past AS Douanes
Which
first.
I think we will.
Before we start looking at the next one, because if you ask the coach, he will tell you it is one step at a time.
Yeah.
And talking about one step at a time, and let's go on. This is a commercial break. When we return, we will be talking about Taiwo Awoniyi is in the news. The club is in love with him, as well as Ola Aina. And we will tell you what's happening in the camp of Manchester United and the Euros 2024 squad. We hear that two wingers for Man United will not be playing in the Euros. Surprising name, if you ask me. Yeah. And one man, I've decided to call it quits with playing football.
Yeah.
Who is this man?
Football.
Stay tuned to find out. It's all about 120 years of FIFA existence. Don't go nowhere. Founded on the 21st of May 1909 in Paris, France, and it got its name La Fédération Internationale de Football Association, that is a FIFA. Pardon me for that. I'm no Frenchman, but come on, give me my rose. I tried. FIFA is at 120 years today. No wonder people say that France happens to be the real home of football administration. Why? People have said that England is the home of football. And every year they keep singing, it's coming home. And it's never got home. Welcome to the second half of your biggest sports show, Sport Lounge, and I come to ways every Mondays to Fridays live from the studio of Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. The Sport Bishop and I, Uncle Fineboy, the Sports Chef, we have been giving you scintillating sports stories as well as making your evening time complete sportically. But we decided to do one more for the road by bringing in the Super Soul. But in the second half, of course, you know how it does it. You love to come in the second half. Mr. J, though the Sport Bishop loves to call him MJ, he joins us on the show. Amazing evening to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, fine boy. Thank you. Sports Bishop, no time is late as long as you can do the job. You understand? You've said it's super sub. No, Heaven's Gate is never locked. You understand? So I take that as my. You understand? Yeah, but then the most important thing is we are ready to give you that jolly ride. Fasten your seatbelt. Let's go for the second half.
Absolutely. And one beautiful way to kickstart the second half of the show while we wait our listeners to call us on 070-0010-961-961. 070-0010-961-961. Let's hear your take on all the stories or any of the stories we have dropped so far, as well as the stories that we will be giving you. What do you think about the under-17, the Flamingos, as well as the Super Seas NWFL playoff? What do you think of what we are about to say? Ola Aina has been given a one-year contract extension. We hear that contract has been triggered. His club, Nottingham Forest, we are impressed concerning what he did in the season just ended. And one man also they are hoping to keep is their talisman striker, Nigerian forward, Taiwo Awoni. Good job for Nottingham Forest.
Absolutely. Awoni got 6 goals and 3 assists in 20 appearances for them. Injury has not been kind.
Injury-plagued season.
But the guy has been scored 6 in 20, like 9 goals in 9 goal involvement in 20 games, not a bad one for him.
Yeah, even if he's been fit, you understand the number. That I always look at the goal game per goal ratio. You understand? He has I think turning in 9 goals involvement in 20 appearances is not a bad one.
Every
Exactly.
So not a bad one, but all I know, we all know. Come on. It would have been a crime in football not to keep him.
Absolutely
impeccable. Anytime he was not playing, you could feel that the fans were kind of afraid because they could feel the impact of the young man. He was absolutely impeccable, and one of the reasons why Nottingham Forest are playing the Premier League come next season.
And that is why the coach of Nottingham Forest, as well as the then coach, Osepesero, when he was still the coach for the Super Eagles, where he played the final. Injured. The coach was worried, as well as the fans of Nottingham Forest. Don't let this guy die on the field of play. If he dies, something will be disastrous in our defense line.
But if you look at the way that guy played, it looks like it's not the regular or line. No,
yes, like we could easily tell.
Exactly. As this wine is getting older, the taste keeps on increasing. It's like it's a guy that have come to really understand his trade very well. At this, for me, it's at his prime, and I wonder why Nottingham Forest will even be making it just 1 year extension.
Maybe it's one game at a time. I know it's not going to be very easy to say, okay, just give him a 3-year contract or 4-year contract. It's about just getting him a contract, getting him over the line first of all, and then we'll say, I'm happy that he's been triggered. This contract can go on during the season. Don't forget, he can sign as it is. By January, he can talk to any other club. So they'll be willing to get him a new contract as quickly as possible. I still think Olaino has got the yam and the knife.
Exactly. Everything is in his hands.
Absolutely.
All right, and talking about things that have been in the hand of Ola Aina, absolutely it deserved that. But two players, surprisingly, that did not deserve to be in Gareth Southgate's Euros 2024 provisional squad is a Manchester United duo of Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho. These two players were overlooked. Not forgetting Arsenal's Ben White, also overlooked. We hear that the likes of Raheem Sterling also was overlooked. Jordan Anderson, not surprisingly. Of course, he was overlooked. And of course, Eric Dyer. This Three Lions squad is so massive. But surprisingly, Sport Bishop, Mr. J, injured Luke Shaw is part of that squad.
Injured Maguire.
Come on. Maguire can... I don't even know how to... He will always be there. Even if Maguire
has a broken jaw,
he will definitely make it.
I don't know. I don't see. I always believe in not to cry before the head is cut off. But I don't know the kind of professional squad this man has.
I think he went for players on form.
Absolutely.
Except for Jack Grealish, who I think I don't know what he's playing and why he's in the squad. But I think every other player here is having a fantastic...
Players in form, and Maguire is more informed than
Ben White. It's all about preference and technical interpretation of that. Said.
And two, with personal relationship, Ben White's relationship with Southgate has gone sour. From the World Cup to him calling the coach as a player, I don't want to be picked.
But what of Rashford? How could you explain?
Come on, Rashford had a terrible season.
Absolutely terrible.
He had a terrible season for Manchester United. Aside the injury, his attitude, even when he was called up for the Three Lions friendly games in October and November, also in March, he didn't do much.
Even the way he looks recently. Don't forget he had a
but please, can you roll out this provisional squad? Let's even know the guys in there.
Okay, before we get to the provisional, we'll get there. I think he had a box stop with Eric Ten Hag recently. Talking about Marcus Rashford, they had a clash and he was dropped to the bench. See, every coach want to see. I for one, I know some names here are quite shocking. Which I know they will still trim me down to 26. So not everybody here will still travel. Will be on a plane to the Euros.
Especially the goalkeeping department, where we have 4 goalkeepers instead of 3. Perhaps that this man is looking beyond the Euros. Let's quickly look out the full squad. From the goalkeeping department, we have Dean Anderson, we have Jordan Pickford, we also have Aaron Ramsdale and James Trafford. He plays for Burnley. Talking about James Trafford. And looking at the defenders, we have Jared Brett White, we have Lewis Dunk, we have Joe Gomez, Mark Guehi, we also have Ezria Konza, Harry Maguire made the list, Jarrell Quensa also is there, surprisingly. We also have Luke Shaw of Manchester United, John Stone, Kieran Trippier and Kyle Walker complete the defenders. As for the midfielders, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold, we also have Jude Bellingham, Conor Gallagher, we have Curtis Jones, Kobe Mainoo, Declan Rice and Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace. And from the attack lineup, the powerhouse of this team, Jared Bowen, also is there. Eberechi Eze also made the list. Phil Foden, Anthony Gordon, Jack Grealish is there. Harry Kane, of course, is there. The captain of the team, James Maddison made the court. The Cole Palmer is there. Bukayo Saka is there. Ivan Toney also made the list. And finally, Ole Watkins also is there. Mr. J,
I think that front line,
except Jack Grealish.
You have said it. Because if you are talking of form and you are looking at this list, my interest that attack.
Jack Grealish ought to be dropped for Jadon Sancho. If we are talking about form, Jadon Sancho, to me, aside Phil Foden and Bukayo Saka, is the most improved wingers in their last 7 to 8 games across all competition. You can't take it away from a certain Jadon Sancho.
Maybe the England phobia. No, England phobia. He hasn't really done well. Even for the Three Lions.
Let's say, for the Three Lions.
Yes,
it depends when it was called. Each time he's called, he does well. Each time he's called on, it does well. To me, just like what the Sport Bishop said earlier, it has to do with, aside the English preference, it has to do with relationship. We know Jadon Sancho to be strong headed when it comes to coaches. If it disobeys one coach, every other coaches will begin to see that this guy is a stubborn brat.
Yeah. And no coach want to go to a tournament with that kind of attitude or character.
We've seen Germany do such a thing where they pick players from the league and they snub other guys. It's recently that some players are just too immaculate. As a point, Cruz was not in the national team because he was not playing in the German Bundesliga. So the same thing with the English players.
Not forgetting a certain Claudio Pizarro.
Every player playing in this squad plays in the Premier League. Except a certain man
Jude Bellingham,
who is absolutely outstanding.
You can't overlook Jude Bellingham.
That's how good he is at the moment.
You cannot overlook Jude Bellingham. Is
playing the league. I'm surprised Bode Chieze is here after I was because of the fact that he's how many caps has he had? 2 caps. He's not the best of friends with Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate believes in loyalty, playing the players that he believes that can do the job. It doesn't matter if you are injured. If he shows you recovers quickly and you play, because at some point he hasn't failed. He's been to 1 final in the Euros, 1 semi-final in the World Cup, and a quarter-final. Usually players that he trusts. So
and he's going at Euros again. Hopefully he brings the trophy home this time around.
See, it goes south when it's getting close to home. I think the league is quite very nice. But at the end of the day, 7 players will not make it. So all those players that say they should not be there may end up being the players that we drop.
Exactly.
7 players will not be part of the plane.
We will continue to follow this list just like the INEC presidential election result and give you every in-swinger concerning that list, because there are some players Uncle Fineboy don't want to see in that 3 Lions, else that trophy will not be coming home. Let's move away now to the diamond shot, talking about the German national team, where one man has decided to call it quits, having won a whopping 32 trophies for club and country. Real Madrid and German midfielder Toni Kroos has revealed that he will retire from professional football after the Euros 2024. He says professional football. I hope it hasn't got anything to do with his playing days in Real Madrid. I just hope that this is just for the national team, because when he says professional football, it cuts across both club and country.
I'm surprised. I thought it was because he said he was going to announce something recently, and I thought it was going to be international football. But I'm hearing professional, meaning it's going to be likely going to be club and country. At the age of 34.
Professional
he's playing at the top level. Did you see him play this season? Why power out now?
We don't know. We wait to see it, because it could also it could retrieve this it can retrieve this statement, because maybe the editor
Messi did it several times.
Maybe the editor there made a mistake, or the handler of his media made a mistake for saying professional instead of international career. We'll wait to see, because I don't expect Toni Kroos to just call it.
The statement actually read after the Euros 2024.
My ambition is to finish my career at the peak of my performance. Performance level. I'm happy and proud that in my mind I found the right timing for my decision, that I could choose it on my own terms. So it's likely he's going to be leaving Real Madrid
after winning the Champions League, which is a peak.
He wants to live as the high.
Hey God! But maybe he wants to. He has seen that he might likely add Euros, because if it's for Champions League, he's been winning it.
He's won it 5 times already.
Exactly.
Making it
6 and then winning the Euros. At this level, I am proud to call it a quit. What a career!
Absolutely, what a player! Absolute bunker.
070-0010-961 070-0010-961. Keep your calls coming, keep your comments coming, also your WhatsApp voice note as well as your WhatsApp call. We want to hear from you. What do you think about the Three Lions list heading to the Euros, even though it will still be pruned down to 26 according to the new rules set by FIFA, that they will extend the squad to 26 instead of the 23 squad list to which we know. Guys, I think this is a time for us to talk extensively about Bayern Munich coaching saga.
But before we do that, we got a message from the YouTube page, and this one is from Fayamani Hamani. He said, the best sport team on radio, 100%, and then with some rocket sign. So thank you very much, Fayami Hamani, watching for live on YouTube. Back to you, Fine.
Samani, please Become our YouTube amebo. Tell your friends. Don't keep all this goodness to yourself. It won't be nice. Don't be stingy like that. All right, guys. So let's talk about Bayern Munich. What's actually going on? Remember that Thomas Tuchel said he will not continue, or better still, Bayern Munich announced that he will be sacked after the abysmal round of 27 games in the German Bundesliga, and after which they had a good game against Arsenal in the Champions League, home and away, but they fell to a certain Real Madrid in the semi-finals. But then we hear that Bayern Munich went from one coach to another. The likes of Hansi Flick turned out the job. The likes of Ralf Rangnick said, I'm not going there. Ole turned his back on Bayern Munich. We also hear that some coaches said, no, we won't go there. And at one point, they had to go back to a certain Louis van Gaal, who is currently out of coaching for a while. He said, no, I'm not going back to Bayern Munich. Just when we thought that they have got the signature of a certain Nagelsmann, we hear that Nagelsmann will now be the coach of the German national team. Guys,
I have a
now
candidate
it
for
is Vision Company.
Vision
It shocked you, Abi?
It shocked me. It shocked me.
That is how low Bayern Munich has gotten at this point.
Vincent Company that could not keep Burnley afloat.
Absolutely.
But then
it has a bright future.
Coaches like Jose Mourinho, have they contacted him?
Perhaps it does not fit their coaching philosophy.
What is their coaching philosophy when Jose Mourinho is a winner?
If he comes, he's going to fight
what
everybody.
Of Antonio Conte? Why are they not looking at those coaches? Those are winners, and Bayern Munich is fit into the kind of the pedigree of clubs that these kind of coaches are good at coaching. You know that because Bayern Munich has the money to spend. They are there in the elite competition where these coaches want to showcase themselves. And these are coaches that are out of job somehow now. So I wonder why they have not looked at coaches like that, or they think that a certain Ancelotti will come and ask for them. They are looking for, because if you ask me, Bayern Munich is in a mess, and I don't see Thomas Tuchel getting them out of this out of their situation.
The club already. We told him he's not going to stay back.
They shouldn't even keep him.
They tried to keep him. He said no.
No. I don't see any reason why they should keep him, because he didn't do well. We call it Farmers League. Well, I shouldn't forget that something went there. Someone went there, and maybe something that is following the someone.
Mention his name. Hurricane will not beat you.
Hurricane phobia could still be haunting them. Yeah.
For the first time in over 11 years, they're
not winning anything.
This is strange. Strange indeed. And in news, before we move out of the shores of football in Europe and touchdown at tennis.
Absolutely. We got one from England. We hear that Salah has hinted he's going to be staying with Liverpool come next season. He'll be part of the Slot project. That's what he said. He said he rejected a 150 million offer from Al Ittihad last September. We hear that he's willing to stay put. That's scoring 25 goals in 44 games this season. He said, we know the trophies are what we count, and we will do everything possible to make that happen next season. Our fans deserve it. We will fight like hell. The words of Mohamed Salah. And exciting Cristiano Ronaldo is in the news for the right reason, brother. He's in the provisional squad for Portugal for the Euro 2024. The coach talking about Roberto Martinez released a list, and we heard that he included Ronaldo as one of the 7 forward in his 26-man list. He has released his official list, and Ronaldo will lead the likes of Bernardo Silva, Diego Jota, Goncalo Ramos, Joao Felix, Pedro Neto, and Rafael Leao in the front line.
Wow.
Absolutely.
But then before we go forward, please, Sports Bishop.
Yeah.
Can you give me Mo Salah's contact? I want to speak to him. What is his staying put at Liverpool? What is Ancelot's project means what to him?
He says he's going to build a squad around 4 players.
Yes.
And Mo Salah is part of those 4 players that will help and slot settle.
I beg
Liverpool.
Mo Salah to go with this glory. When your Gen Club, the man who brought you, who established you, who made you, because he's been doubtful in all the clubs and under the various coaches he's played, but then the certain your Gen Club brought him to Anfield and made him a legend. He himself is a legend. He is living. Why not bow gently with him and go to Saudi Arabia?
Though they're quarreled.
No. That is by the way. You should just go to Saudi and make this big more money now.
Perhaps he thinks there's still more trophies to win.
Absolutely.
In
No.
Liverpool.
I don't see Liverpool.
Liverpool,
I don't see.
Are you?
I don't
You are not
see.
Mo Salah. That is his choice. All right, if you check your time, the time is really, really far gone, and it's almost that time where we'll start packing our bag and baggages out of the studio. But before then, let's touch down the world of tennis as Andy Murray is in the news. Though he has missed the opportunity to play a long-time rivals Novak Djokovic at Yannick Alfman Yannick Alfman quickly wrapped up victory against the Briton in the Geneva Open first round. The former world number 1 Murray was trailing 7-5, 4-1 on Monday when played was suspended because of the bizarre weather condition. He later lost the game.
He lost it. We lost it.
Stop shouting. But he lost it. And then he was sent packing. He thought he was going to play Novak Djokovic.
No, but what?
Djokovic.
Better he loses now than to wait to play Djokovic and get beaten. Anyway, he's preparing for the Roland Garros. The guy still believes there's something in him. You know, he has 1 or 2, or he has the Olympics to play according to him. He wants to present Great Britain when they have Jack Draper and Dan Evans. These are players who are at the top of their game in Britain tennis.
You know, this thing is toxic. Is like it's not. It's like
It's addictive.
It's addictive, yeah, exactly, and intoxicating. You be there. You know how game. What you love doing most. If nature is catching up on you, you will be feeling like, oh, it's not yet time. It's not yet time. It's very difficult for those you see them calling quit on their career, but when it's time, you just have to leave it for the younger ones to take off from where you stop.
We heard that Jack Draper was beaten by 8 seed and world number 40. Talking about Czech Thomas Machat 7-6, 6-1 as well, and both the British guys are dumped out of the Geneva Open in Switzerland. But sad one again, but Britain will always be Britain. Like I said, tennis has left Britain. It's now in Europe.
Absolutely. In Europe, in Poland, in Russia,
in Spain.
Carlos Alcaraz.
Okay, for the men, it's in Spain,
Then
but
the
for
guy
the women,
is
it's scattered all over the Scandinavian
yeah,
country.
exactly.
From Ukraine to Poland to Russia.
I've forgotten the Greece god, Stefanos.
Sissipas. We wish we can go on and on and on, but time is saying, guys, you need to get out of the studio. Amazing time talking sport with you guys, and of course, dishing sport to our listeners is always a pleasure. Each time it is Sport O'Clock on VOP 96.1 FM Abuja. Come on, guys, let's do the same time tomorrow, shall we?
Absolutely, the midweek edition of Sport Lounge. Don't forget, 8:30 a.m. is Sport Beats, where we bring you up to speed with everything that's happened in the last 24 hours, and of course, 4 p.m. Sport Lounge returns in your speakers. And all we do is get MJ, get Fine Boy, and the Sport Bishop live on the mic. So, guys, enjoy the rest of the day. Fine Boy, up next is the evening rush from 5 to 8 p.m. I'll be here to drive you home in style like I always would do. You don't have to speak that. But from me, the finest boy talking sport, and MJ.
We want to say
we are done
and we are gone. God bless, no stress. Adios. We are the Jagabon of sport presentation, and this one is for us.
Yes,
for us. For us.
Yeah.
Unlike the one we did to Arsenal yesterday. This one is for us.
Oh yeah, do it to yourself.